Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Saran Milani with student ID number is A1M22025. So I will explain about the definition and the characteristics of cooperative learning. Understanding cooperative learning in general, cooperative comes from the word cooperative, which means doing something together by helping each other as a group or a team. Cooperative learning is a learning method or strategy in learning and teaching that emphasizes certain attitudes or behaviors in working help to achieve the goal optimally. Next one, the definition according to expert, namely 1. Byrne and Erickson 2001. Cooperative learning is a learning strategy that organizes learning using small study groups where students work together to achieve learning goals. The second one are Demon and Pauls. So, cooperative learning is a learning model that applies peer group interaction. And the last is Agent and Kauchak, 1996. Cooperative learning is a group teaching strategy that involves students working collaboratively to achieve common goals. Next is characteristic cooperative learning. According to Stahl in Turkey, Tanireja et al. 2011, the characteristics of the cooperative learning model are 1. Study together with friends. 2. During the learning process, face-to-face meeting occur between friends. The third is listen to each other's opinions among group members. The fourth, learning from friends themselves in group. The fifth, study in small groups. The sixth, productive speaking or mutual opinion. The seventh is decision depends on the student themselves. And the last is students are active. I think that's all for me. Thanks.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Introduce myself. My name is Sagita Astria Reskia and my student ID number is A1M220121. Okay, cooperative learning objective. Number 1, according to Slavin, the goal of cooperative learning are different from traditional group that apply a competition system, where individual success is oriented to the failures of others. Meanwhile, the purpose of cooperative learning is to create a situation where individual success is determined or influenced by the success of the groups. Number 2, Nur Hadi viewed that cooperative learning conceptually creates mutually honed interaction so that students learn resources are not only teachers and textbooks but also fellow students. Number 3, according to the Ministry of National Education, the cooperative learning model was developed to achieve 3 important learning objectives, namely A. Improving academic results by increasing student performance in their academic tasks. Students who are more capable will become resource persons for students who are less able, who have the same orientation and language. B. Providing opportunities for students to accept their friends who have different learning backgrounds. These differences include difference in ethnicity, region, academic ability, and social level. C. Develop student social skill. The social skill of student in question include sharing tasks, actively asking questions, expressing opinion, and so on. Okay, next, purpose of the cooperative model. Basically, the cooperative learning models was developed to achieve at least 3 important learning objectives summarized by Ibrahim. Namely, number 1, the result of academic learning in the cooperative model, although it includes a variety of social goals, also improve student achievement or other important academic tasks. Some experts argue that this model excels in helping students understand difficult concepts. The developers of this model have shown that the cooperative for rewards structure model has been able to increase student grades in academic learning and chance in normal relate to learning outcomes. Number two, acceptance of individual difference. Another goal of the cooperative model is a broad acceptance of people who are different based on race, culture, social class, abilities, and disabilities. Number three, development of social skill. The third important objective of the cooperative model is to teach students the skill of cooperative and collaborative. Okay, thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Rahmil Hamwekero. My student ID number is A1M220119. Okay, in this video, I will explain about evaluation model in cooperative learning. So, there are three evaluation models in cooperative learning. First, uh, the, the competition evaluation models. In these evaluation models, the teacher instills a competitive spirit among students. Student in this evaluation, um, student in these evaluation models are encouraged to be superior to their classmates. So that with these learning evaluation model students whose scores exceed the average are considered as outstanding students. While students whose scores are low, below the average are considered as students who underachievement or failure. The next is the individual evaluation models. In contrast to the competition evaluation models, in the individual evaluation models, students learn through an approach according to their own abilities. Students do not compete with other students, but compete with themselves. If in the learning evaluation models, the teacher sets a ranking rating, in the individual model, the teacher sets standards for each student. Last, the cooperative learning evaluation models. These evaluation models address to the notion of hominicycles, which emphasizes interdependence with one other. So, in evaluating these learning models, cooperation is an important requirement. Evaluation on the cooperative learning system is personal and group responsibility. So, students get personal values and also group values.
I'm Salsabila Mansur and my study ID number is A1AIM20021. In this video, I want to explain about the characteristic of the cooperative models learning. Bennett states that there are 5 basic principles that can distinguish cooperative learning from group work. Is Johnny 2014, namely, in the first is positive interdependence. Positive interdependence is a reciprocal relationship based on the same interests or feelings among group members, where one person such is another such or vice versa. So in this case, that there is cooperations learning is in a group, both in interaction and in the success of one group, meaning that not only per individual is concerned with success in the one group, but also everyone involved in one group. In the second characters is interaction face to face. Interactions face to face, namely direct interaction between student without any intermediary. In this case, it means that there is activity between educators and students directly without an intermediary in the form of a person or the media. In the third is there is no prominence of individual strength. There are only verbal patterns of interaction and change between students which are enhanced by the existence of positive reciprocal relationships that can evoke educational and teaching outcomes. It is meaning that no one in a group wants to show or display individually for their own turn, but there is cooperative learning models with each others in completing something that is done in one group. In the fourth character is the existence of personal responsibility regards the subject matter in the group members, so that students are motivated to help their friends, because the purpose of the cooperative learning models is to make each member of the group stronger personally. In this case, not only one person is responsible for the activities carried out by the group, but also each member in the group has their own responsibilities to be able to work together to help their groups. In the last characteristics of cooperative learning models is improving cooperative skills in the solved problems. It is a group process, namely the most important goals that is expected to be achieved in the cooperative learning models is that students learn cooperative and village skills or ability. These are skills that are important and indispensable in society. Maybe this is all my explanation. Thank you very much.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Susi Sylvia with study number A1M220069. In this, I want to explain about principles of cooperative learning. First, students are encouraged to think in terms of positive interdependence, which means that the students are not thinking competitively and individually, but rather cooperatively and in terms of the groups. 2. In cooperative learning, students often stay together in the same groups for a period of time so they can learn how to work better together. The teacher usually assigns students to the groups so that the groups are mixed males and females, different ethnic groups, different proficiency levels, and etc. This allows students to learn from each other and also gives them practice in how to get along with people different from themselves. 3. The effort of an individual, not only the individual to be rewarded, but also others in the class. 4. Social skills such as acknowledging another's contribution, asking others to contribute, and keeping the conversation calm need to be explicitly taught. 5. Language acquisition is facilitated by students interacting in the target language. 6. Although students work together, each student is individually accountable. 7. Responsibility and accountability for each other learning is shared. 8. Each group member should be encouraged to feel responsible for participating and for learning. Leadership is distributed. 9. Teachers don't only teach language, they teach cooperating. They teach cooperation as well. Of course, since social skills involve The use of language cooperative learning teaches language for both academic and social purpose. Once again, note the complementary between this trend and the ones presented in the previous chapter. Cooperative learning groups can usually work on text from a text-based approach to language interaction. For instance, cooperative learning is similar to learner strategy training as well in that both require language to teach other skills in addition to teaching language.
Hey, my name is Ulfan Rasana with student ID number A1M220071. I will explain about the advantages and disadvantages of cooperative learning. So, the advantages of cooperative learning as a learning strategy is first, through cooperative learning, students do not rely too much on the teacher, but can increase confidence in their ability to think for themselves, find information from various sources, and learn from other students. Second, cooperative learning can develop the ability to express ideas or in words verbally and compare them with the ideas of others. Third, cooperative learning can help children to respect other people and to be aware of all limitations and accept all differences. Fourth, cooperative learning can help empower each student to be more responsible in learning. Fifth, cooperative learning is a strategy that is quite powerful to improve academic achievement as well as social skills. Sixth, through cooperative learning can develop students' ability to test their own ideas and understanding and receive feedback. The next is cooperative learning can improve students' ability to use information and make abstract learning skills real. And the last is interaction during cooperative learning can increase motivation and give stimulation to think. Besides having advantages, cooperative learning also has some disadvantages. First, for students who are smart, they will feel hampered by students who are considered to have less ability. As a result, conditions like this can disrupt the climate of cooperation in groups. Second, assessment in cooperative learning is based on group result. However, teachers need to realize that the expected result or achievement are the achievement of each individual student. The next is the success of cooperative learning in an effort to develop group awareness requires a very long period of time. So it is not possible to achieve this only with the one-time or occasional application of this strategy. And the last but not least, although the ability to work together is a form of cooperative learning, besides students learning to work together, students must also learn how to build trust. Thank you.
Morning, ma'am.
How are your day today?
Hi, ma'am.
Alhamdulillah. Don't forget to always take care of your health and always wear a mask when you go everywhere. Okay, for the first I will take your attendance. Rahmi Ilham, present ma'am. Salsabila Mansur, present ma'am. Sagita Astria, present ma'am. Susi Sylvia. Alhamdulillah, everyone is present. Okay, the material we discuss today is This is my world. Now, this material is related to things or noun around us. Yes, Susie, go ahead.
So, noun is everything in the world, ma'am.
Good. Noun is everything in the world. Maybe anyone else? Yes, Elsa?
I think a noun is something that can be touched and felt.
Very good, student. So, noun is a word to name something such as person, place, thing, even an idea or nature. How about the function of the noun? Yes, Raffi.
I think noun is the name of object and concept in the word.
Excellent. So nouns function to name all object and concept in the word, whether they are physical, visible, or abstract in nature. So, there are any objects in this room?
Yes, ma'am. Chair, table, window, pen, book, floor.
Okay, that's right. Everything you mentioned earlier is example of noun. Okay, to add to your insight about understanding nouns, I will give you a simple game. The rules of this game are first, ma'am will give you question papers and answer papers randomly. From this paper, you will match the question and answer on the paper. After getting the questions and answer that match, from a small line with your partner. Do you understand, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. So I hope for pieces of paper, 2 questions and 2 answers and 2 answer paper each. One by one. Please take this, please. Okay, each one has their paper. So this game is 10 minutes and the time is start now.
Lem, curtain, sofa, label, carpet,
Yes, Rahmi and Salsa.
The question is, what are the things in the living room?
We think the things in the living room are a lamp, curtain, sofa, table, carpet, telephone, television, and the picture book case.
Very good. Now next page, please.
Okay, the question is, what are the things in the classroom? The answer is chair, desk, window, globe, wall, book, board, clock, and cupboard.
Very good. You are right. So again, well and all pairs got the right answer. Do you follow me, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
So maybe this is all about noun material. Earlier we discussed briefly and played a simple game about nouns. And to add to your knowledge about nouns, I will give you a simple task, which is to summarize today's material and an example of things in the kitchen, bedroom, and garage. Okay, student, see you in the next meeting and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank